All right. All right. I am back. I am back. I am back. I don't know what's going on here. Let me see something here. But I am back. I am back. Let me see something. I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back. Okay. Okay. All right. As you see, I'm back. Every time I get heavy, they cut a player off. Whenever I get heavy, I get cut off. All right. All right. I don't know what's going on, but every time I get heavy, they start slicing me off. So I got to pay attention to what's going on here. But I'm here. And again, you can watch the playback. Yeah, they going crazy. They're doing all types of stuff messing with the channel right now. So yeah, somebody at YouTube, they're clearly monitoring it right now and they're just cutting it off indiscriminately. Yeah. But I'm still here. We coming! I'd be glad when I get home. I can see when I'm at home, I can use all my proxies and all types of stuff. But yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get a gang of views every few minutes. Let me let everybody know what the new link is. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Live. Okay, I let everybody know what the links are. Okay. All right. Every time I get into certain points, you notice they ding that page. Right when I get to a certain point, when I start bringing up certain things, they ding the page. Okay? But like I said, man, we put in a lot of work. We've done a lot. I want us to understand as foundational black Americans, we don't need anybody, man. We can do this stuff. I want us to get back into the habit of running societies. I want us to get into the habit of just not being out here doing the goofy stuff. Be into the habit of running societies. I want us to get into that habit. Because, see, now people, again, are trying to co opt our lineage because, look, a lot of these folks, they failed. A lot of these people failed in their homelands. They couldn't pull themselves up by the bootstraps. They chose to flee. Nobody who fled their homeland is going to tell me or any other foundational black American what the hell we need to do or what bootstraps we need to pull up. You are not qualified to tell us a damn thing. You sit your ass down and just keep your green card in your back pocket and do what you do. But don't come over here telling us what we need to damn do about anything. You are not qualified. You don't come from the lineage of the people who stood 10 toes down and fought the greatest system of oppression in the world, which is systematic white supremacy. We did that, and we continue to do that. But like I said about our sister Biddy Mason, we really got to push to get a street named after our beloved sister here in LA. I hate the fact that they go out of their way to ignore her, and she's such a powerful, very influential person. You understand? And family, like I said, listen, the white supremacists, they're always trying to tell us who our icons are supposed to be. See, we got to choose our icons. We're letting these people try to dictate to us who we should look at as heroes. Let me show y'all something. A brother, shout out to Pete Tyler. He posted this. He said he saw this at the mall. I don't know what city Pete Tyler is in. Brother Pete Tyler, if you're in the room, let us know what city you're in. So Pete Tyler was at the mall, and he saw this at the mall. Now look at this. Okay. It's Dr. King, Shirley Chisholm, John Lewis, as Prince in the back, Oprah, Barack Obama, Kamami, and Amanda Gorman. All right? It's Rosa Parks, Dr. King, Shirley Chisholm. Okay. Now, these are supposed to be some representatives of black history and the icons. Now, I don't know who these two people are in the back. Kind of look like Louis Armstrong, and I don't know who the person in the very back is. Okay, Rosa Parks, it's about two people, it's three identifiable people on here. The other two in the back, I don't know who they are. But truth be told, on this list, only three people are really qualified to be looked at as heroes. That would be Rosa Parks, Dr. King, and Prince. Rosa Parks, Dr. King, and Prince. Everybody else is some bullshit. Okay? Let's look at it. Dr. King, Shirley Chisholm is a no. I talked about her the other day. That's a no. Shirley Chisholm, she was an immigrant who helped start the Congressional Black Caucus. Her agenda was all about gender and LGBT. No. Then we have John Lewis. No. I got my ass whooped in Selma and I loved it. No, he's not an icon to us. We got Prince in the back. Yes, Prince is an icon. Oprah, no. Barack Obama, no. Kamami, no. And Gorman, no. Okay? This is white liberal propaganda. This is them using propaganda to try to influence us. We ain't going for it. It is not our job to be manipulated by their propaganda. Do not be afraid to reject their propaganda. That is propaganda. That is damn propaganda. Yeah? That is propaganda. We got to watch that shit. These people are slick and desperate, man. We got to understand warfare is waged on us on a regular basis when they're telling us these weak-ass folks are people we need to look up to. No, they're not. This is why, family, again, this is why we do the Hidden Colors films. This is why we do the Hidden Colors films. Yeah? This is why we do it. Because there's so many of us, we've done things that we just don't get credit for. I mean, every little thing, light bulbs, like I was talking about the other day on my broadcast, home security systems, refrigerators. Black people invented the practical ways to use refrigerators. Black people created the practical ways to use toilets. All of this stuff was created by foundational black Americans in particular. Foundational black Americans created the modern potato chip that we eat. Brother George Crumb. There's so many things that we have created. And part of our culture, family, is to share our culture with everybody. See, that's a part of our culture, which is a problem. Which is a problem. We've done that to our demise. We sit up here and create stuff, and because we're so creative, we say, okay, we'll let you, we'll let you say you were in on it. Yeah? We'll let you say you were in on it. Open heart surgery. Man, we've done so much stuff. We've done so much stuff that's being used in daily lives today that we do not get credit for, because the white supremacist society, they just took our inventions. In slavery, during the slave period, black people were creating things left and right. These are people who were enslaved coming up with all of these inventions, but they would not let black people get patents. You couldn't get a patent at the time. If you were enslaved, they wouldn't let you get a patent. So your white master would get the patent. So all these white people would rake in the money off your own creations. You understand? We got to understand how thorough we are. We got to understand how thorough we are as foundational black Americans. I ain't talking about just no peanut butter. See, when they talk about George Washington Carver, they just talk about the peanut and peanut butter and all that. George Washington Carver was giving up game to Henry Ford. That was Henry Ford's right-hand man, giving him all that game on chemicals and things like that, and how to use soybean to make plastic and things to make cars. No, they just reduce him to soybeans, and not soybeans, but peanut butter. See, this is what they do with us. When they talk about a black person who invented something or started something, what they'll do, they'll halfway tell you the story. They don't tell you everything about it. Like George Washington Carver was coming up with a lot of different inventions. He was very thorough. It wasn't just no damn peanut butter. They always talk about he did some damn peanut butter. Just like with Madam C.J. Walker. They just say Madam C.J. Walker sold a lot of hair grease. Oh yeah, she made millions of dollars selling hair grease. No, she did much more than that. Madam C.J. Walker created the concept, or helped create, because the other sister, Malone, Alice Malone, I think that was her name, her and C.J. Walker created the modern direct marketing strategy that Avon, Mary Kay, Herbalife, and all of these other corporations that they use. They got that from Madam C.J. Walker and Alice Malone. Getting marketing reps to go out selling the product and giving incentives to certain marketing reps. All of them got that stuff from them. Yeah, Stagecoach Mary, one of the first black postal workers, and she became a postal worker at an old age. And let me tell you something, Stagecoach Mary never missed a day. This is an old black woman who had a rifle with her all the time. She was delivering the mail, and she would deliver the mail through rain, sleet, or snow. This woman damn near froze to death delivering the mail, making sure the mail got there on time. Stagecoach Mary. Yeah. Annie Malone, that's her name. I said Alice Malone. Thank you guys for correcting me. Annie Malone. Yeah, Jack Daniels. Y'all know Jack Daniels stole the liquor recipe from a black dude. You know, black folks was making that moonshine and all that liquor back in the day. My grandparents used to do that shit down in the South. A lot of us, our grandparents used to be in the woods selling that whiskey, making that moonshine. Black people were the masters of making whiskey, especially during Prohibition. That's where people were getting their whiskey from. They were getting it from the black people during Prohibition, because you couldn't get it from the so-called the big distillers. You couldn't get it from them, so you go down to the black folks. They had it. Black folks knew how to go in the woods, get that moonshine popping, get that whiskey popping. Hell yeah, my grandparents used to sell that whiskey, make that whiskey in the woods and slang that shit. That's where Jack Daniels got his shit from. You know? Hell yeah, if you got some folks who live down in the South, Alabama somewhere, they were in the woods selling that damn whiskey at one point. They were slinging that whiskey. You know? You did? So yeah, we've invented a lot of stuff, man, that, you know, they give us half-ass credit for. Yeah, that hooch. Yeah, they give us half credit for it. You know? But I want us to get into the habit of just getting back into just handling our business without thinking we need the dominant society. We just have to trust each other and do good business with each other. You understand? But again, back to that article talking about immigration is a black issue. No, it's not. No, it's not. Immigration is not a black issue. Just because some immigrants are black, that don't mean a damn thing. And I saw an article, they were promoting an article. It's an old article about Obama. And they threw this out here so they can circle back around to it. They tried to say that Obama, he's a descendant of slavery, or he was a descendant of possibly some of the first slaves over here, which is not true, because some of the first enslaved people came over or were brought over in the 1500s. And also some of the first enslaved people were people who were already here. They did not come in from Africa. They came in enslaving the black people who were already here. But they tried to say that Obama is a descendant of slaves in America through his white mama. You see the trick bag here? They tried to say Obama is the descendant of slavery through his white mom, because she possibly came from some slave background here in America. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that article. Obama's answer, let me see the Daily Beast. Okay. Obama ancestor first slave. So yeah, this was something they were trying to push to try to tie in. This is 2017. Hold on, let me get this out of here. Okay. Obama ancestor was first slave. And they're saying this, it was like through his mama's side. You see, family, this is why we use the term foundational Black American, because of shit like this. This is exactly why, yeah, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Family, they've been planting those little seeds. See, this is why we've been talking about our lineage for a long time. We've been talking about our lineage for a long time. And so they monitor what we do. So they hear the rumblings of what we do. So they'll start throwing seeds out there early. They saw that we were backing up off Obama because we knew he wasn't one of us. They saw that early on. We said, this nigga ain't really one of us. That's why he ain't doing nothing for us. So they start throwing some, well, he's a descendant of slaves too, through his white mother. This is why we use foundational Black Americans. See, when you start saying descendant of slaves, which we are descendant of slaves, but the thing is, too many people can get in there and flip that. You see, too many people can get in there and kind of remix that. Well, oh, I'm a descendant of slaves. My people were enslaved in the Caribbean, and now I'm an American, so I'm an American descendant of slaves. See, they can remix the shit when you do that. White people, and I saw some white people saying this. There's some white people who actually said, well, hey, I'm white, but I'm a descendant of slaves too. I mean, somebody in my family was enslaved, and then, you know, we whiten up years later. You dig? So that's another con game they can do. White people can get on that. White people can say they descended from slaves. Well, my great-great-grandpa was an Irish slave. I mean, you mean indentured servant? Well, that's the same thing as slavery. So I'm a descendant of slaves too. So I'm supposed to get some of those reparations. I was an Irish slave too now. Come on, slavery is slavery. Slavery is slavery, buddy. You dig? See, they try to play that game. That's why we clear all that up. Foundational Black American. That kills any type of confusion, and nobody can co-opt it. You see, they can't do anything with that. That foundational Black American locks the shit in. Okay? It locks all of it in. Number one, because you foundational Black American, you're automatically a descendant of slaves. Automatically. You're automatically. So you don't have to say that. You're automatically a descendant of slaves because foundational Black Americans were enslaved. So you already got that covered. So nobody can remix it. Okay? Also, you got the black in there. Okay? So a white person cannot run around talking about, I'm a foundational Black American. No, motherfucker, we can clearly see you ain't black. You see? This is why, yeah, we word things very meticulously for a reason. Okay? You gotta word things very meticulously for a reason to lock the bullshit out. Okay? That's why I'm a foundational Black. So when you say I'm a Black American, white folks can't remix it. When you say foundational Black American, now the Caribbeans and all these folks, when they try to get in, well, I was enslaved in the Caribbean too. I'm an American now, but are you foundational? Are you a foundational Black American? You see? We got all the bases covered here, so nobody can come in and remix it. Nigga, are you a yeah, well, I was enslaved in Barbados, nigga. I was enslaved in Barbados, and now I'm an American, so I'm a foundational. No. You're not foundational here. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not foundational here. You immigrated from somewhere else. You're not foundational. We got all the bases covered. That's why they get so mad. They can only get mad. The only comeback they have for foundational Black American is, why are you so divisive? That's it. You can't remix it. So now it's, you're being divisive by leaving us out. See, nobody can latch on to the shit. See? Nobody can latch on to it. Nobody can suck it dry. Nobody can flip it. See, even the term African American, which we should never use again, that's a term we should just completely abandon because we never should have used it in the first place. The African American term Oh, they can flip that. That term has been kicking us in the ass because other groups have been coming over, leeching off of it. Other groups have been coming over, leeching off the African American title off of our accomplishments. Hell, Charlize Theron is African American. White people can come in and say they're African American. If they were born in Africa, especially South Africa, and they came here, they are technically African American. Yeah? See, that's why we have to be precise with our words and our terms so that nobody can come in and co-opt these terms. Yeah? Foundational Black American, you got to realize how powerful and how strong that title is. That covers so many bases. It not only gives homage and gives recognition to the enslaved black people, but also it gives honor and recognition to the black people who are already here. That's the thing. See, that makes us different too. And that's another part of the game that we're bringing back, and we're bringing back to the lexicon. We have to understand that some of our lineage was already here on this land. You understand? So that makes us extremely unique, extremely exceptional. Yeah? And, you know, they get intimidated by those terms because they cannot remix them. But the thing is, you know, it's Black History Month, and you know, y'all need to be watching the Hidden Colors films if you have not watched them. You need to be watching the Hidden Colors films heavy. You got to watch that, and we got to watch out for these boule mammies and coons. There was a story down there, and where was this? I want to say Tennessee somewhere. And where is this? Hold on. Let me find the story. Let me find a link to the story real quick. Hold on. Okay, hold on. So let me see if I can find the story. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Okay, where's this story? Okay, here it is. Here it is right here. So this story right here, there's a principal down in Tennessee. She's Boule Links. So she was on some shit where, this is her right here. Principal apologized after All Lives Matter chosen as Black History Month's theme. Okay? But this was a woman, and I went to her social media. She's Boule Links. She's a AKA big Kamala supporter. I mean, just big time. So what she did during Black History Month, she's talking about, well, the theme is going to be All Lives Matter for Black History Month. Just some mammy-ass nonsense. And then people started clowning, and then she had to apologize. Family, I went to school, and I was taught by these boule mammies. This is why I dropped out of school at a very young age. These liberal white ass kisses, they kiss white liberals' asses left and right. Yeah, she's gonna mammy it up. On her social media, it's all Biden and Kamala, ski-wee, all just boule up. Boule the links. All that AKA stuff, all that, these old gatekeeper Negroes, these are some of the ass-kissingest niggas I've ever seen in my life. She might be FBA, I don't know. I don't know if she FBA or not, but just the white ass kissing and all lives matter and all this, stop. Y'all, no, y'all gotta go. Yeah, she should have been fired. Yeah? See, we shutting that stuff down. See, these folks are getting desperate because now we're disqualifying these people to act as our representatives. We're not going to let these folks act as our representatives anymore. We're not going to let these folks sit up here and talk like they're supposed to be looking out for our best interest. You understand? And let me tell you something, because these liberals are now in office, See, we got to watch a lot of the tactics that they're going to be using now. I told y'all, dealing with the Trumps, we just got to deal with the white supremacists. All the other people, that's not a problem. But now that we are dealing with the liberals, now we're going to be attacked by all of the buffer classes, all the white women's groups. We're going to hear all this misogyny talk, the white LGBT groups, all this black homophobia, the Asian groups. We're going to be told that we're the ones that's really discriminating against Asians. We're told that we're xenophobic. So we're getting attacked left and right. And they're trying to use all these code words now. This was something that was on the Talk TV show, and they had Queen Latifah on. And I want you to look at the codes here. See, we got to start looking at the codified language that's being used here. Now listen to what this host said about misogyny and rap music. Now listen to this. Listen to this.
So this week, the author of a new book called The Motherlode, 100 Women Who Made Hip Hop, anointed you as the godmother and a savior to hip hop for not buying into the misogynistic tone that the genre took on in the 90s. I want to know, how does that make you feel?
Okay. And Latifah didn't say nothing bad, so I'm not really cutting on Latifah. She didn't really say anything bad. I think Latifah tried to stay on code with. Let me play what Latifah said. She kind of started to. She didn't say anything. Latifah didn't say nothing bad. Hold on.
Like I need my wand, and I feel like I can fly. Godmother-ish. It's a good. I don't mind being a godmother. that's cool with me. I've tried to actually. I don't know. I've been a goddaughter.
Okay, so yeah, Latifah, they slipped that in. I want y'all to catch that. Family, we're going to have to start catching these people when they're doing their little slick digs and understand who and what they're talking about. They're talking about the women who made hip-hop and the misogynistic tone that it took in the 90s, meaning those black men, those evil black men. It was those evil black men. See, they had to throw that little codified dig in there, okay? And what's interesting, they asked Latifah that Latifah was one of the people that promoted like Naughty by Nature, Tretch, and these were real macho dudes. So Apache and all these, Latifah, the Flavor Unit, she was promoting a lot of the macho guys that they're supposed to be talking about. Yeah? Yeah. Well, Latifah's lost a lot of weight, and they look like they put a lot of lighting on her. I don't know if she's cakes open it up. I think, yeah, she's looking kind of light there. She lost a lot of weight. Latifah looks good. Yeah. But watch the language that they use. See, watch that dig. That was a dig at black men. The misogynistic tone that hip-hop took. You see? Because they talk about misogyny in hip-hop. They don't mind sexual behavior in hip-hop just as long as it's not heterosexual sexual behavior, okay? They don't mind any sexual behavior in hip-hop long as it's not male heterosexual behavior. They don't mind promoting women with their ass cracked all open and busting it open left and right. They have no problem with promoting the Cardi B's and all this stuff. They have no problem with sexuality in the hip-hop genre as long as it's not straight male sexuality. That's when it becomes a problem. Because, family, this is what they promote now. And they got no problem with this right here. This is Lil Nas X. This is what this nigga has to do to promote records now. He has to Photoshop titties on himself to promote records in the white music industry. He said, I got bored, so I bought titties. What do you guys think? Okay? So he put this on his social media. So he has to do stuff like this to promote records now. This is what the white people have him doing. This is what they have him doing. This is buck breaking 101. This is what you got to do so that white folks will rock with you. You understand? They got this dude photoshopping breast on himself. Yeah. So they ain't got no problem with sexuality just as long as it's some degenerate shit. Yeah? This way, and remember, Lil Nas X just put out a children's book, remember? See, this is what they do. They have him do a very catchy song, a hit song, put out a children's book, have him perform at schools, and now when kids when they look him up and go to his social media, that's what they're going to see. That's by design. That's by design. This is a children's author now, and now he's photoshopping titties on himself. So when a kid is reading the Lil Nas X ABC book, and they say, "Oh man, I like this. Let me look up Lil Nas X," and then they look him up and see some damn Photoshop titties on this clown. Well, this is what white folks like. This is what they love. They like confusion. This is what they like. They like confusion. Family, we got to control our own media. We have to control our own media. We have to control our own propaganda. Yeah? And the thing is, like I said, people are trying to tie into our lineage. And right now, because you notice they keep promoting Kamala, they keep putting Kamala out there, putting her around black folks. See, what they're doing with Kamala, they're doing the same thing they're doing with Obama. See, this is why a lot of black girls and a lot of black females have been getting attacked lately. This is why a lot of black girls and a lot of black females are getting attacked lately. Because they got Kamala Harris and they keep saying she's black, 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 black. Black, 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 black. So they're making her the representatives of black women, which she's not. But they're telling white people, this is the head black woman in charge. This is what they're telling white people. Now, she has no stock in black society. Black society don't rock with no Kamala Harris. But they're telling you this is the head black woman in charge. And white people will get psychic revenge. Just like with Obama. So many black people started to get killed under Obama because they couldn't get to Obama. They wanted to get to Obama, so they couldn't get to him, so they had to get the soft targets who were the stand-ins, which was us, the black civilians. They got the stand-ins for Obama. That's what they looked at us as. We were stand-ins for Obama. They couldn't get Obama, so we're going to get the people he represented, which are black people. Especially black men, black boys. They're going to do the same thing. They're doing the same thing now with black women. Notice now that Kamala and Biden got in office, black women are being getting attacked left and right. Black girls, 9-year-old black girl pepper spray thrown in a car. Black girls slammed and knocked unconscious by race soldiers at their schools. Black women being attacked randomly. It's like they're getting psychic revenge. I told y'all the other day there was a black woman down there in Louisiana who hired a moving service. They tried to charge her triple of what they first quoted her. The race soldier showed up, got on code with the white moving company, and shook the black woman down and handcuffed her. They were handcuffing her, telling her if she don't pay that $1,000 bill to move the furniture, she was going to go to jail, which is on some I'm white not say so. That's a civil matter. But they were going to use the I'm white not say so law on this sister. They're attacking sisters left and right now. See, this is why we got to be on code. Out here in Hawaii, I've been out here for a week. My wife and my children just came out a couple of days ago. Now, I'm a stocky black man. Don't nobody say shit to me because I look like I'm with the shits. But my wife today, something happened today here at the hotel that we're staying in. I drove to Walmart to get some life vest for my boys. And my wife was taking the children down to the swimming pool and the beach. And they were downstairs. There's like a fish tank, and the kids were looking at the fish tank, and I think Mateo ran off. And my wife pulled her mask down to call Mateo. Like, Mateo, get over here. She said a white woman, a Karen, walked past her and yelled at her. A Karen was like, "Hey, put your mask on." And my wife cursed her ass out. They were screaming at each other here at the hotel. My wife was like, "Bitch, fuck you. Get the fuck out of my face, bitch. Who the hell are you talking to? I'm calling my child." So they were screaming at each other, and the white woman walked off. Now, they wouldn't do no shit like that if I was there. You know what I'm saying? So these Karens are getting damn bold. These Karens are getting hella bold. And I hope to see this Karen. I want to see her while I'm here. Hopefully she has a husband with her. I would like to see them while we're here. To pull, yeah, Peanut got her ass straight. And the white woman walked the hell off. I don't know what she thought was... Peanut, is real cute and dainty, so I don't know if she thought she was going to G-check Peanut. Peanut cursed her ass all the way the fuck out. Very loudly. And she probably thought, oh, look at this little light-skinned negress. She's like Mariah Carey. I can punk her out and tell my buddies at the bingo game I told this little mulatto what to do. She probably thought that Peanut was on some Mariah Carey shit. I don't know what she thought. Peanut called all types of bitches. Peanut cursed her ass out. Yeah? But I would like to see them at this hotel. I want to see them. Yeah, you're going to do some shit like that when I'm not around. Yeah, we're going to have to let y'all know what's happening here. And this is Hawaii. The Hawaiians are riders out here. The native Hawaiians are actually very cool out here. Yeah? Yeah, they know who to say that shit to and who not to. Because I've been at this hotel for a week and a half now. And when I go downstairs, sometimes I have my mask on, sometimes I have it off or whatever. But ain't nobody saying nothing to me. You better not say nothing to me. You think they know who they think they can try to pull that shit to, or who they can pull it with. And there's other people walking around with the mask on, mask off. So, yeah, this whole thing where they're going to try to check people, nah. Yeah, I want to see them. Oh, I really want to see them. You know? Does that look like vacation dance? Yeah. Yeah, she didn't know. I don't know. She thought that Peanut was going to be dainty or whatever. So she going to yell at my fucking wife. And my wife hollered back at her ass. So now the white woman got shook and then walked off. So now she's probably telling all types of stories about it. Oh my God, David. I was downstairs and there was this fair-skinned negress who verbally attacked me. Yes. There were 3 teenagers with her. Yes, she had 3 big black teenagers with her, and I was so afraid. I politely asked her to put her mask on, and she went in her purse. She had long fingernails. You know those niggers have those long nails, and she dug her long nails in her purse and got a razor blade. She was oh my God, she was gonna cut me. I thought I was gonna die, and I ran as fast as I can. And her and the 3 little Negroes were chasing me all through the hotel. It was so dangerous. It was, and I screamed, I believe Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter too. Just don't hurt me. White people are the biggest fucking liars ever. They put so much extras on shit. They're the biggest pathological liars ever. Yeah. Oh yeah. She probably lied on my boys. The other one, she was calling his name Mateo. He's just a big, black, huge Negro. He was so big. He had to be about 20, 23 years old. Yeah, he was the mean one. He dug in the fish tank and he threw a fish at me. Yeah. They be lying their asses off. Yeah. They lied their asses off. But, like I said, we got to stop these folks from trying to co-opt our lineage. Yeah? Talk about immigration is a damn black issue. It ain't got nothing to do with us. These people ain't got nothing to do with our lineage. And they got this game, well, just because there's some black immigrants be suffering it. Well, look, that's their issue. We are not here to be the Negro whisperers for all these other groups. That's their issue. We ain't putting the cape on for everybody. We help you out, and we got to take all the bumps and bruises so you can come over here and call us all types of akatas. No, thank you. Now, we're not doing that game. When you come over here and we all types of akatas and abids and all these old names that they got for us. Speaking of some of these tethers, there's this new woman out here who calls herself the half-black conservative. Now, this is a chick who's trying to get in on the Candace Owens scam. You know, Candace Owens, who comes from an immigrant background. You know, these folks who are defeated in their homeland where they worship white people. You know, Candace Owens comes over and her job is to spew all the anti-black talking points, all the anti-black rhetoric so that white people can give them money. So now there's this new chick called half-black conservative. She's been trying to get in on the Candace Owens hustle by hiding her anti-foundational black American hatred behind conservatism. I'm a conservative, I'm a black conservative. So many people hate me for being conservative. No, nobody hates you. You're just using anti-black American talking points to get brownie points from the white people whose asses you kiss. So this woman makes all these little TikTok videos and white people give her fake props. She's talking about, you know what, BT, the black network. Why, how come black people got BT and not white people and it's not racist? Some of that old shit, you know, these old talking points that's been debunked a long time ago. So she's trying to get in on the hustle. It's a hustle, it's a scam. That's an old hustle. Hold on. Let me see if I can find one of those videos. And just her name, the half-black conservative. You know, that's a cornball-ass name as it is. Hold on one second. And again, most of these folks, these so-called black conservatives, and let's be very clear, most foundational black Americans, we're conservative. Most of our views are very conservative because we've been here so long. We have really a lot of conservative views. The thing is, these Negroes come over here and pretend to be conservative as a way to kiss white ass. See, we are conservative without all the white ass kissing. You know? We're conservative without all the white ass kissing. You know? But they do that. This is just a come up for them to try to hide their anti-foundational black American hatred behind a political agenda. So this chick, the half-black conservative, she tries to hide her background by claiming how American she is. I'm an American. Come to find out, and I did some research on this chick, I exposed the fact that she's actually Nigerian. Her mama's white and her dad is Nigerian. She is not a foundational black American at all. Called her out on that, and then she made a little video. And this is the video she made responding to me. Hold on, let me find that. This is the video she made responding to me, calling her out for being a non-FBA, spewing anti-black talking points. Listen.
So here's an interesting response I got in reference to my video where I said that white people are not inherently racist. Tariq here says you are Nigerian.
You see, white people are not inherently racist. So she makes a bunch of videos caping for white people. So she's just a broken tether, okay?
So here's an interesting response I got in reference to my video where I said that white people are not inherently racist. Tariq here says you are Nigerian. So you are not a foundational black American, nor are you qualified to represent foundational black American issues. Now, for those of you who aren't well versed in woke terminology, a foundational black American is a black American who is descendant of slaves. Tariq here coined the term foundational black American, and just to keep you all in the loop, it used to be you can't talk about black issues unless you're a person of color. Then it was you can't talk about black issues unless you're a black person of color. Now you can't talk about black issues unless you're a black person who's descendant of slaves. So Tariq and I corresponded back and forth on Twitter. You're welcome to check that out if you would like, but let me go ahead and summarize my point of view. I am an American. I speak on American issues. I will continue to speak on American issues in the wake of you trying to invalidate my opinion based on my ethnicity. And I would love to say that it is baffling to me that you have any sort of support for your opinions, but this is the new America that we're living in, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, and you're living in our America because of the work that my family did with your little disrespectful, self-hating ass. You can run your mouth and babble all day. we as foundational black Americans, we can continue to invalidate your goofy ass all day because you're not our representative. You don't speak for us. You come from a culture that your family failed in. We don't need you over here speaking for our issues because your opinion didn't mean shit in your own culture and it don't mean nothing now. We don't need the opinion of a failed tether representing us. Sit your ass down. You're not from our lineage. You're not from our lineage. You dig? This is a failed, tethered, mammy bedwench. Yeah, she's babbling. She's doing the same old tired, white ass kissing. Oh, what about black on black crime? The same Candace Owen talk. This is one of these tragic mulattoes. One of these, she's mad at black society because she was almost white. She's one of them. I was almost white if it wasn't for those pesky Negroes. And let me tell you something. This ain't nobody to feel sorry for. Let me show you another video of hers. And I told y'all about a long time ago how these people feel about black women in America. Hold on, let me, what's this one right here? Okay, here's another one of her videos. Hold on. I'm just giving you some more context of her bullshit. Okay, this is another one of her videos. It ain't about me, but it's just random.
So I'm seeing a lot of rhetoric now that says white people born in this country are inherently racist. And I'm seeing it a lot from white people. Now, this is seemingly a drug addiction, and that drug is called white guilt. But it's not their fault because it's sold to us through books like White Fragility and How to Be an Anti-Racist. It's sold to us in our mainstream media like CNN and ABC. It's sold to us through our entertainment straight from Hollywood. And it's sold to us by big tech. So I really don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm going to make a quick video saying that as long as you don't believe that your race is superior to other races, you are not a racist. Thank you.
Okay. So she's the white people whisperer. She's the Negro apologist for white people, okay? Because her mama then brainwashed her. Okay, but family, this right here, this is why I tell people, especially sisters, these non-FBA tethers who come over here trying to represent black women's issues and try to represent what black women are supposed to think and feel, this right here is how they feel about sisters.
Okay, guys, so I have a joke. Why should you date a black girl? Because there's a 75% chance you're never gonna have to meet her father. I'm so sorry.
Okay, right there, see? Family, that type of self-hating filth is not our representative. You can take that bullshit back to where you came from. That's why your father's homeland is failed. Your family failed where they are from because of that self-hating mammy mentality. That type of stuff right there, you don't represent us. Yeah? Yeah. I told y'all, these mammies and bedwenches, these tethers who come from other places, they get around white people and talk all this crazy. This is this type of shit she says around other white people. They get into all that slave play talk where that self-deprecating nonsense they get around white folks and they become the butt of the joke and it's all funny and giggly and they get into slave play until Zaddy takes it to another level. Yeah? Yeah. This is why I say, family, these tethers are dangerous. Family, we are not one big Negro. We are not one big nigga. These folks do not represent us. We are not one big nigga at all. And that's a white supremacist mindset to just, we all got to have the same mentality and anybody can be our representative. No, we have to check that and let them know. It is inherently racist to try to turn us into one big nigga. No, all of us don't think the same. All of us don't have the same wants. All of us don't have the same desires. And then these tethers will try to get out here talking about, well, all of us deal with racism, but all of us don't deal with racism the same way. All of us don't look at the white supremacists the same way. Y'all, some of y'all tethers who come from these failed backgrounds, y'all bow down to the white supremacists. They've completely psychologically broken you. Foundational Black Americans, we have not been completely broken psychologically. We are the only ones that will consistently get up and fight the white supremacists. And we don't need Negroes around who's going to sit up here and help them. And the ones who are more prone to help the white supremacists against us are the tethered Negroes, unfortunately. Yeah, we got a few riders over here, but y'all got way too many buffer Negroes who coming among us trying to undermine us. We are not all the damn same. We are not all the same at all. And there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, take that bullshit on somewhere. Yeah? Now, she knew that wasn't funny. That shit was mad corny. The name of the game, she thinks like a white person. This is a negress with a white supremacist mentality, but she doesn't get the benefits of white supremacy. That's the problem. That's the thing why they're so mad. This is a person with a white supremacist mentality, but she doesn't get the benefits of white supremacy. So you got all the rhetoric, but none of the benefits. You get treated like a Negro. So that makes you even more angry. So the best you can do is become a mascot for white supremacy. They'll give you fake props and accolades if you just shit on the other black folks. If you shit on the darkies, we'll give you some props, but we ain't gonna let you in now. You don't come around here trying to lay it with my son. That's how they look at it. Just like Candace Owens. White people don't like Candace, especially white women. White women can't stand Candace Owens. You know? Candace Owens is in an island among herself. You dig? You can look at Candace Owens and tell she's alone. First of all, look at Candace Owens. When you look at her, for white folks, white women, and even with Kamala Harris, white women don't rock with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, the little HBCU thing, the only people who support her are the HBCU niggas. Those are the only black people who really, or not just black people, period. The Rollins and the tethered coons and the HBCU niggas are the only ones that kind of prop her up, and those are far in between. They don't have the numbers like you think they do. They are loud online, but they don't have the numbers. But with Candace Owens, she's alone. You know, she don't really get to kick it in them white circles. See, she's a mascot. She's like a slave play mascot. White women don't rock with her. White men just bring her around just to use her as a tool. She clearly doesn't hang around other black women or black people. You can tell by the way she goes out and does public appearances with her hair looking crazy. You know, Candace Owens be doing these appearances and her hair is looking all types of crazy, these little janky perms she tried to put on herself. She's not going to no black hair salons nowhere. She don't hang around no black people. You dig? This is a person who's in an isolated prison, in a societal prison. You know, Omarosa tried to break out. She got in the little societal prison, and she tried to break out after she got booted from the White House. Remember, when Omarosa got booted, she tried to slither back around black society, trying to act like she was the spook who sat behind the door. Hey guys, do y'all know I recorded Trump saying some racial epithets? Sit your ass down, Omarosa. You were an opportunist as well. Yeah? You know, so that's what it is. So it says she got a little house on the prairie curls. Hilarious. Oh, so you say you're an HBCU alumni, you don't follow her? I feel you. Man. So yeah, we got to watch these folks, man, who they bring out to us. We got to watch these people that they parade around to us. That Amanda Gorman, dude, I don't trust anything they got going on with Amanda Gorman, dude. I don't trust anything they got going on with her. Tomorrow, I taped an interview last week. Gianno Caldwell, I'm going to be on his podcast. I don't know where you can see it. You probably will be able to see it on YouTube. Very good conversation, man. We chopped up some real good game. He's a right-wing black dude, and we had a very respectful conversation, man. We had some real good we chopped up some real good game, man. We chopped up some real good game. Real good game. In COVID news, and I don't want to talk too much about that, you'll really get your page flagged. A VA woman died right after this black woman. She took that COVID vaccine. This sister here, she's a reverend out there in North Carolina. In Virginia. VA woman dies shortly after COVID vaccination, though no link has been found. Now listen. Now, if a black person goes to the hospital and dies of anything, they blame it on COVID, okay? When you go to the hospital and you die, you have a cold, you die, it was COVID. That nigga died of COVID. If you get a paper cut and you died of COVID. But all these people dying from the vaccine, the minute they take this vaccine, people are dropping dead like flies. Well, we don't know what happened. We don't know what the link is. We're still investigating. There's no direct link. Yeah, Hank Aaron died. Just dozens of people are dying because of right after they take the vaccine. Nobody knows why they're dying, but we're going to investigate. So now we don't know why they're dying. Okay, got it. Okay. So we don't know what the link is, though. Stop. Okay. Now you don't know what the link is. They're taking this damn vaccine left and right, dying, but we still got to figure it out. I wonder what it could be. Let's do an autopsy. Yeah. All right. So your granddad got the vaccine and his leg is numb. Man, yeah, I'm going to let them work that on out. Yeah, I'm going to let them work all that on out. You know? Excuse me. Yeah, holler at me when y'all get all that together. But I'm cool. Are they still? Did they ever find Kyle Rittenhouse? Did they find him yet? Because I know they were looking for Kyle Rittenhouse. I don't know if they found him, but clearly the police is hiding his ass. Somebody in law enforcement is hiding this dude. Somebody in law enforcement is hiding Kyle Rittenhouse. This nigga ain't lost. They know where this nigga is. They know where this dude is. Yeah? Man. Anyway. Some pre-existing conditions. But yeah, I'm out here in Hawaii, man. I'm having a good time out here. It's popping out here. Hawaii is lovely. Making sure my stream is good. I'm having a great time. He's with Nick Cannon. Shout out to Nick Cannon. They're going to bring Wildin' Out back. The show Wildin' Out, they're going to bring it back. So they had to get, an understanding with our brother Nick. So they're bringing the show back, which is good. I want the show to be back on. And that some people are very critical of Nick. I rock with Nick. I understand, that's why it's important, if you're out here in a Hollywood game and y'all really want to get some messages out here, what you should do, just kind of get behind some of us who can really articulate it in a way that it's not going to create some kind of blowback. That would be the best thing to do, because what we don't want people having to do is get out here and have to bow down and all this stuff and have to backtrack. We don't want that image out there. We want you to be able to stand on anything you put out there. With me, I stand on my shit. And this is not, I'm not digging at our brother Nick. I rock with Nick and I understand how Nick has to do business. I understand that. But, when I put stuff out here, I put it out in a certain way. And I'm going to stand on it. When I put these movies out, I stand on that shit. I stand on it. Yeah? I stand on that. And then in Hollywood, they got something like a Black Jewish coalition where they got Tiffany Haddish. They got a whole bunch of people to sign on for some Black and Jewish coalition, which I don't even know what that means, to combat racism and anti-Semitism. I don't even know what that means. And whenever you talk about these coalitions, okay, how much money and resources are the black people getting? They had Billy Porter. When I see Billy Porter anywhere, everything is invalidated to me. When I see certain black folks, they parade around. Like when they show up with Billy Porter, I said, okay, this is some kind of propaganda. Okay, this is some propaganda. I don't trust none of this shit. But yeah, I want to know where the resources are going. How many resources are the black people getting? You see, we're going to have to start being on that. I want to know if y'all mentioning black people and showing images of black people, where are the resources going? How many resources or how much resources are the black people getting? I saw this story on the IGN page right here. Let me show you all an example of what they do. They were talking about Nichelle Nichols. It was like, learn the inspiring story of how renowned Star Trek actress Nichelle Nichols pioneered the NASA recruiting program to hire people of color in the trailer for Women in Motion, or Woman in Motion. Okay, so watch how they do the Jedi mind trick. And I asked, how many black people are employed there now? People of color is a code word for non-black. See, watch the code words. They'll use a black face. See, they use us as mascots. They'll use us as a mascot. They'll sit up and talk about how a black person inspired this group or this organization to hire people of color. No. How many black people did they hire? How many black people are working there now? Always ask that. How much money are black people making there now? Don't use us in no mascot game. We ain't doing the blacks on bottom policy. That's another blacks on bottom policy where we're being used as mascots. And then they say, hey, we hired a bunch of people of color. That means Asians, 1/5 Native American, white Native American, $5 Indian, East Indian. People of color means non-black, okay? When they say people of color, that means non-black. We are not playing the people of color game, family. We're not playing that game. We are not playing that game. We're not going to play it. We're in here heavy. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the like button. We're in here heavy. The stream is rolling through heavy. It's rolling through good. Hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, they probably got one black person who's a janitor there. We ain't doing that, y'all. That's the spook who sat by the door game. And that whole concept of the spook who sat by the door, that came from the 60s, meaning what they would do in order to make a company seem diverse, they would hire a black person, the spook. That's what spook is, a code word for black person. Also, it's a code word for an FBI agent. So they would get a black person and sit them in the front, sit them by the front door. That's where the term, the spook who sat by the door. So when you came into a business, the first thing you saw was a black person. So you got the illusion that this is a diverse place. But then when you go into the rest of the company, everybody else is white. That's why even today, when you go to companies, if you look at a lot of companies, the receptionist might be black, or the first person you might see is the black janitor. You go to a lot of places, the first person you see is a black shoe shine guy, a black janitor, but that's the only Negro you're going to see. You go upstairs and everybody's white. Yeah? That's the game they love playing. It's like that at TMZ. When I went up to TMZ, they put a handful of black people around to talk on TV, but you go up there, TMZ is lily white. And shit, they done fired the little handful of black folks who was up there. Yeah? Yeah, we still see that today. Yeah, the security guard is black. Yeah, they make sure the security guards are black. Notice that? They make sure the security guards are black. Hold on, let me tell my wife to get food. Hold on. Yeah, so my wife is getting food from somewhere. Yeah, family, see, the reason why they've been able to run this game on us is because for so long, we've been ashamed to just say, hey, we are foundational black Americans. We've been ashamed to say that because we've been told that, well, white people, if we get too black now, white people is going to get offended. We don't want to offend the good white people and get in good trouble. We can't. as a minority, I make the white people feel better. As a people of color, as a diverse community, we start playing this goofy ass game that we shouldn't have been playing. Nigga, we are foundational black Americans. We stand on that. We gotta stay in the business of not giving a shit about who gets offended. Remember, when I first started doing Hidden Colors, and I always bring up that interview with Wendy Wright out there in Washington, D.C., some of these boule link chicks, these bedwenches who loves white zaddies. And when I started doing interviews talking about Hidden Colors, it was those boule zaddy worshiping bedwenches in the media running around talking about how offensive the movie is to white people. Which is one reason, and truth be told, I knew that when we started doing the Hidden Colors film, I said, let me tone some of it down a little bit. Because I know how there's a lot of coons and mammies and bedwenches out here. And if we go too hard on white people, these niggas are going to they're going to get offended for white people. Because there's too many Negroes who love white mommy and white daddy. So I had to tone a couple of people down. Shahrazad Ali, we had to tone some of her stuff down in the first one. And that's my and happy birthday to Shahrazad Ali. It was her birthday the other day. Shout out to our queen mother, Shahrazad Ali. Because Shahrazad Ali goes for the damn jugular. She goes for the damn jugular. So she was going in hard in Hidden Colors 1. So I said, okay, this is, Negroes aren't ready for this. Then in Hidden Colors 2, I had Paul Mooney. He was going in hard. I had to take some of that out. I said, they ain't ready for this. This is too heavy. They're not going to be ready for this. This is too much. By the time we got to 5, I said, okay, yeah, y'all ready. Now we can go in. Now we can go all the way in. So now, Hidden Colors 5, you saw everybody going all the way in. Shahrazad Ali, we didn't edit nothing out. We let her go in. Yeah? You dig? And just that energy that we don't care if you are offended. We don't care about your complaints. We don't care. We're going to talk about our truth. We're going to talk about what we need as a group as foundational black Americans. That's just what it is. They had a shootout outside the Super Bowl. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, Paul Mooney keeps it real. We need a Hidden Colors Uncensored. Yeah. Then they start banning. Yeah. I'm telling you, you see how hard Hidden Colors 5 was. It was so hard, they banned my ass. Nigga, when a whole country bans you because of a damn movie, you saying something. They don't ban you for nothing. I'm a private citizen. I'm not a part of no organization or nothing. I just made a documentary about the truth. I made a documentary telling the damn truth. And they say, nigga, you cannot come to Britain anymore. Yeah? Yeah, that one, it went too hard, which is cool. I'll take that. And I love the UK. I miss my UK brothers and sisters. I miss them. But, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. Yeah? To release the outtakes. Yeah, they don't shame you for lying. Okay, they popping fireworks outside. I'm not banned in Canada. No, I'm not banned again. No, the airline didn't reimburse me or nothing. I lost thousands of dollars. I was about to go out there and the hotel. I lost money on the hotel. The airline, nigga, it was so bad. The airline, I didn't get reimbursed. And the airline, they gave me a document saying that if they let me on the plane, the airline will be liable. They're going to sue the airline. And it was, I'm like, nigga, I'm a documentary filmmaker. What the fuck? I'm looking at this shit, nigga. They act like I was El fucking Chapo. I'm looking at the documents, dude. They were treating me like I was an international damn drug dealer. They were treating me like I was a damn drug lord. I was Griselda Blanco. They were like, you can't even stop over. If you stop over anywhere in Britain, you're going to be detained. The airline is going to be liable and subject to a lawsuit. I'm like, whoa. Whoa. What's up, Tan? Yeah? Yeah. The European white supremacists, they're more polite, but they're more, they ain't even trying to play games with it. They put that paperwork in order. They're very polite with their racism. Yeah, they're very polite with it. They don't talk crazy to you. They'll beat around the bush, and they're the most polite people you ever want to meet. You can't come here. Yes, according to the documents, you're not allowed anywhere here in the UK. If you were to land, sir, you will be immediately detained. Pip, pip, good day. They're very polite with it. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, man. All right. Man. I'm like, it's like that? They're very polite with their racism. Man. Yeah. Yeah, polite and expedient. Yes, indeed. But yeah, man, we don't need everybody in our mix. See, black folks, we got to learn how to exclude folks. We don't need everybody in our mix. Family, when we have an agenda, when we have a goal, when we have an agenda, we're told we got to have everybody around. We told that we just got to have everybody in our mix. We told that the more the merrier. And see, that's that plantation mentality that we've been taught. Just have a bunch of powerless people around each other or a bunch of ineffective people around each other. And that means you're going to accomplish something. That's why a lot of people love to go to protests. Black folks love to go to the protest. It's a bunch of people, so that gives you the illusion of something being done. That don't mean anything. A group of people walking around in a circle, that don't mean anything. Yeah? We think the more the merrier, that means something's going to get done. That means nothing. That's why with black folks, they put together a lot of big-ass gatherings that nothing is accomplished with. See, that's why when we had the Foundational Black American conference down in Atlanta, we had an agenda. We had a goal. One thing, the main thing was to promote black businesses. So when you left, you had other black people who you can go patronize and help them create an economic base by patronizing their products. We had dozens and dozens of great black businesses out there promoting them. Understanding how to promote black businesses is a way to promote black empowerment because we create an economic base. And when we're on code, we have different people with a solid economic base where we can get stuff done in our cities. You see, when I put something together, it's going to be about some money, how everybody can make some money, how we can patronize each other, how we can empower each other economically, politically, socially, and otherwise, and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah? That's what I'm about. I'm not about just everybody getting together singing Negro spirituals and then doing a twerk contest. I ain't doing all that. I ain't doing all that. Family, see, we got to learn. Man, look, the Biden-Harris thing, man, this is going to be a rough 4 years for us. They're already going in on us, man. They didn't waste no time with going in on us, bro. They didn't waste no time going in on us. They didn't waste any time. But the thing is, like I said, black folks, you don't need all these other groups getting in your mix. You don't need them. The name of the game is getting folks out your business. Everybody ain't supposed to be in your business, man. I learned that lesson in the street game. Even people that you're cool with, certain people, even though you're cool, even though you're cordial, they don't really need to be in your mix. Because if they don't have the same mentality and the same goals, just having them around the peripheral, that will potentially undermine what you got going on. You understand? That's why when we start doing the kumbaya and we have all these other people from other places, even though some of them might be cool, the minute we start talking about tangibles, they get to talking crazy and wasting time. We waste time with these people who are not qualified to get any reparations. They start talking crazy. Remember Jane Elliott? Now, she does a lot of anti-racism talk and all this old stuff, and black people love propping her up. But when somebody said something to her about reparations, she started talking real. She sounded like Richard Spencer. Jane Elliott started talking about, oh, no, they don't need no reparations. What about Native Americans? See, you get the Jane Elliott's and the Tim Wises and all these folks, when you start talking about some, hey, y'all keep talking about what the problem is, and you're one of the few white people who will point out racism. Okay, what are you going to do to help combat that, to fix it, to rectify it? What about the tangibles that we need? All of a sudden, they all start flipping. Okay? They start flipping. Yeah. See, we got to watch this thing. Yeah, I know Ice Cube, he's invited. They said they invited him to the White House to talk to Biden about the plan. Ice Cube really needs to get with us so we can give him the talking points that he needs to use. This is very important. Brother Ice Cube needs to get, I ain't talking about Tone, Tits, and Strappy. They're Democratic shills themselves. Cube needs to holler at us so we can give him the right talking points to use when he gets up in there talking to them. We need him to go in there smashing. I did this when Charlemagne hit me up when some of those politicians were coming into the Breakfast Club. I was lacing my brother Charlemagne with what to ask him, and he was hitting him with it. And some of that stuff was going viral. I was letting him know what to say and what not to say and how to answer this question and that question. You understand? I was giving him the game on that. He hit me up before some of these folks were coming on, and I was hitting him up with that. Holler at us so we can let you know what to say, what not to say, and how to work that thing and go in there with the maximum results so we can let you know all the trick bags that they're going to throw at you, and we need you to combat that. We study their trick bag language. So Cube needs to holler at us before he goes in there. You dig? And I want y'all to listen to that interview with me and Gianno Caldwell tomorrow. Y'all, it's a very good learning lesson in that interview that you're going to hear tomorrow. A lot of good stuff. Because we talk about reparations and we talk about some of the backlash and some of the what the naysayers say and how to handle that. Yeah? Yeah? But we don't need people in our mix. Sometimes you got to get folks out your mix, guys. Everybody don't need to be around you even if you're cool with them. Everybody don't need to be in your business. I won't say they don't need to be around you, but in certain parts of business, like FBA business that's really for us, everybody don't need to be in that conversation. All they do is sully it. Even if some people you're cool with, again, some of these good white people, these good white allies, you get them around and you start talking about some money, for us, they flip. But I learned, when I was in the hustle game, I learned you can't have people in your mix who's on some square shit.